I completely forgot that I left all these things outside, so thankfully they didn't blow away. I really don't like pencil boxes and bags because they get ones that are too small. I'm bringing so much stuff in. Everything I bought at Walmart is in my trunk.
Absent thought, maybe I should take you up on that ride, 'cause I'm out of my mind. And it's a little too late, there's just enough time. If we let it all out, could I swallow my pride? I should just walk home, but we're both scared of being alone. And that's how you throw it all away in a small town. Everybody's talking 'cause they know now.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Katie. I have finally made it up to school for the day, and I'm so glad you're here for part 2 of classroom setup today. We can walk and talk, right, at the same time. I am just now getting to school because we had people who came to our house to measure the floors in some of the rooms that we're looking at redoing in the next couple months or so, maybe the next month or so. And so I had to be at the house to let that guy in so he could measure. Oh my gosh, my tripod almost just fell on me. So I am just now arriving to school today. It's about 10:50. And I have a checklist and a to-do list of things I want to do and get done today. But before I jump into those things, if you're new here, my name is Katie. I am going into my 6th year teaching. I'll be teaching 3rd grade in Florida. This is part 2 of classroom setup. I'm not completely setting up my classroom because I'm in the same room I was last year. So if you missed part 1, I did a lot of things yesterday in my classroom and made a video for part 1 of classroom setup. So you should go check that out. And I also mentioned in that video last year's setup playlist because I did a ton of work setting up my classroom last year and bringing all these items in. So if you like take a pan of my room, you can tell there's already quite a bit in here and set up, which is fantastic news for me this year. But I still do have some things that I want to work on and I'm kind of coming in. So it's kind of like classroom setup / prep for me, which is good though. I'm excited. So if you're interested in watching like the full setup of this classroom and you haven't seen it yet, you can check out the playlist from last year as well, because I'm super proud of those videos and it was just like super fun to set up this room. All right, so today's agenda, now that I'm finally here, I have a couple of things that I want to do, some things that I need to set out in my room. I feel like I'm going off the top of my head, so I really need to get my planner out and look at the checklist. But I know one of the big things that's on my list of things to do today is to kind of outline what orientation and meet the teacher is going to look like in my classroom and get all the master copies ready for that. I don't think I'm going to copy them yet. I think I'm going to do all of my like copy copies in a few days. But make sure I have like the master copies of what I need and I know what the flow is going to be like. What am I going to have my kids do with their school supplies? What papers am I going to have on their desk? I had folders last year that had papers in them with like information about your teacher and a survey that I wanted them to fill out with all like this information. So I need to look back through that and familiarize myself with that because that's my like big goal for today, plus a few other things that I'm going to set around the room. So without further ado, I'm going to get out my planner, read over my checklist, and jump right in.
Quiet types, it's a bad time. I tried to call back at your mom on the line. Is it just me? I hate how this feels to have to be fake, but the fake feels so real. Guess I should have known that you'd never call me back. And that's how you throw it all away in a small town. Everybody's talking 'cause they know now. Everybody's talking 'cause they know. It's a slow burn, playing in your mind like a rerun. I've been trying to hide it, but I can't run from the way I feel when you're next to me.
Okay, you guys, I've got some really good work done so far. So the first thing I did was take all of those things that I laminated this morning and I cut them out using my teammate's paper cutter, and then I just sprayed them with the, I can't remember the brand, it's way over there, the matte spray that I showed. I kind of did a close-up on it. It just prevents some glare around the room if you spray things like that, and with that like matte thing, and where I was putting it, like I needed to spray it. Does that make sense? And I was adding like that hand sign to my other ones and I sprayed those, and the other things are going up on my wall, so I wanted them to not have glare. They're like my ELA skill cards that I mentioned in my like things I'm changing video. So I wanted to go ahead and spray those. It doesn't take long. So they're out there drying, and while those are drying, I pulled my Meet the Teacher file and I'm working on my plans for Meet the Teacher. All right, so I found some good things and files on my computer and stuff that I've been using. So the first thing I'm gonna do is I need to update my Meet the Teacher slide that I use as a printable, because I'm pretty sure I was like, which I should stop putting this on here because then I don't have to redo it every year. But I was like, this is my 5th year teaching, so I need to change that and fix those things. The other thing, so that way I can print those. I need to print like a master, and it's also in color, and I'm kind of like, do I have to have something in color when I can go up to the office and run it? So I might try to find a black and white version and just copy and paste it in there, which is kind of lame, but it is what it is. It's not that lame. It's a pain to have to like copy and paste it into a new template, but it's also a pain to print things in color, so I'm not about that. So I'm probably going to do that. The other thing I found was a classroom scavenger hunt. I have no idea where I found this resource, but you can find them all over. Teachers Pay Teachers for free. And so I'm going to do this again this year. I was kind of like, oh, I remember what I had the students do. I had them do this scavenger hunt while their parents were doing the forms. So I put numbers around the room at each of these items. They had to find the item and write the number. And when they finished, they turned it in, and then they got a sticker from the sticker store for free. And I put this in like a little Dollar Tree acrylic frame. And that was like on my teacher table where they would turn those in. And it was good practice turning something into the turn-in tray, right? So I'm glad I found that. And I also found like these signs for buckets that I put out for copy paper, hand sanitizer, wipes, and tissues, which are all supplies that I like put in a specific place. And I think I also put out my supply drawers last year, and they could put like stuff in their pencil box, and then their extras they put in my supply drawer, if I remember that correctly. So I'm going to spend some time working on this Meet the Teacher slide so I can get like a master printed out. And then I have this folder. So this is where I put the All About Me page and the like paper we have that tells them about our 3rd grade activity fee for them to bring in that first week. And then like the information sheet that I keep in my personal files that I have them bring the first week as well. So I think I already have most of those hard copy, which is good, because that kind of checks a lot of things off of my list. So I'm going to work on that Meet the Teacher thing. And then orientation may be almost good to go. And so I'll kind of sit and look and see if there's anything else that I need to do in my room. All right, I also wanted to show you my slide from last year. I'll probably keep this for the most part the same, except I may change what I want them to put in their desks. But it was nice because I had like I kept this up on my board. Parents needed to complete the office and clinic forms and turn them in at the back table. And I put a picture of both of those forms. So hopefully if they're the same, I'll keep those pictures. If not, I'll change it. And then take the orange folder home, sign and return papers the first week of school. And then what students were supposed to do was I had them write their name on their planner and their textbooks, which were sitting on their desks waiting for them. And I put a picture of what I wanted their desk to look like. And I said, fill your desk to match this picture, and then complete the classroom scavenger hunt and get a sticker prize. So I will probably keep this exactly the same and change the pictures if I need to, and maybe put something about supplies on there, or I might just have them keep their supplies on their desk. I haven't decided quite yet on that, but that's what I did for like Meet the Teacher up on the board.
I'm moving up north, so I don't have to see you anymore. And that's how you throw it all away in a small town. Everybody's talking cause they know now.
Okay, so I sat down, I made a list of things I needed to copy, and then I completely forgot that I left all these things outside. So thankfully they didn't blow away. They look great. I hung the water sign over there. It's perfect. Just one more hand sign think I talked about that in my things I'm changing next year video as well. And a lot of you guys recommended the 3 fingers for water. So we're doing that. That is up on the board, ready to go now. I finished my Meet the Teacher thing. Our printer in the office is in need of new ink, so I need to email somebody about that. So I will print the master copy of that at home, as well as print the labels for the orange folders, because for some reason last year I put the year, like 2022 to 2023 on there, which was kind of silly because then I have to relabel them. So this year I'm not doing the year, I'm just putting Miss Allen's class, slapping that label on top of the orange folder. I have the labels that I need, but I will take them home to print them, and I went ahead and made the template. I also need some orange folders. See, these are the reasons like I'm glad I'm going through this, because I have 18 orange folders and I'm planning for 20 students. So I might go get like 2, and they're just the cheapies from Walmart. Orange was like the only color they had left when I went last year, like last minute, to get these folders for Meet the Teacher. So I'll probably go maybe today just to kind of browse and grab 2 of those folders. So I feel really good about that. The only thing I have left to think about is I've got like 1 orange folder. Let me show you. So I have this one sticky noted with what I want on each side. So this side has the sticky note that says, Meet the Teacher, student info, activity fee will be on this side. And then this one says office and clinic forms, and I've started putting my masters in here, so when I go to copy them, like I have my student info master, my classroom scavenger hunt master, I will have my Meet the Teacher one when I print it with good ink. All of my master copies will be in here, so I can take those to the copying machine probably like on Thursday this week, or I'll do it like at the beginning of pre-planning and go ahead and have those folders like ready to go. So all I'll have to do is put in the office forms and put them on student desks. So that is great. Good progress. The only thing I have to think about for Meet the Teacher now is what I want my kids to do with supplies, besides for those big ones that I have labels for and I'll set buckets out for. I don't know what I want them to do with their personal supplies. I'm still toying around with the idea of that. One idea that I have, and this is what my coworker did last year, I really don't like pencil boxes and bags because they get ones that are too small. And 3rd graders like to have supplies, which I get. I love my like colorful pens and all of those things a lot, but they don't have enough room in their desk for all the supplies that they like hoard. So the thought, and this is what my team teacher does, we will have like 1 less textbook. Well, first off, look how big the inside of their desks are. Huge, right? And then they get like the little pencil boxes and their things are overflowing. Some of them just bring their pencil box from last year that hasn't been cleaned out and they just like dumped it into a new one. And so I'm like, I don't know what I want to do. We're going to have 1 less textbook. So we'll for sure have a language arts textbook that we'll use. We will have a math one, but I'm going to pass it out a chapter at a time because it has the consumables that they need for homework in there. So I'm going to like take out a chapter, staple it to be a packet, and they can keep that in their Fox file. So it won't be a math textbook in their desk. So that eliminates 1 textbook. I'm pretty sure we'll still have science. So we'll have language arts, science, and we'll have that, and we won't have math. So it's just 2 books and then their AR books and their Fox file in there. So my team teacher uses these buckets, which I have. This is like one of my STEM bins. A lot of my STEM bins are in these. They come from Walmart and they're like $10 for 10 of them, if I'm not mistaken. I could be wrong. I think online it's $10 for 10 of them. I will look and see. But they are Sterilite, I believe. This is what she uses for her students to have their supplies. And I'm pretty sure she just lets them like put any supplies they want in there and then they can take them out. And she has like little pencil holders, so they always have 1 pencil ready to go on their desk. So I did the pencil holders last year and they held okay. So I'm kind of going back and forth between doing those or just having them keep like their ready to go pencil on the top shelf instead of on the holder, which would be just as fine. But I'm thinking I might get these for my students like she did last year, just so they have like they can hold all their supplies, because really they just need like the pencil and the eraser all the time, and they need the crayons and the scissors on occasion when they're coloring things. So I might get those from Walmart too when I get the orange folder. And so all of that to say, I don't know what I'm gonna have them do with their supplies at Meet the Teacher, because like I know what they need in the box. They need like their pencils, their scissors, their crayons, an expo marker, and stuff like that, erasers, glue sticks. But they'll bring like the big packages. So I could have them like go ahead and put your pencils, your pens, whatever, your personal supplies, and then make sure you have 2 glue sticks, a pair of scissors, and stuff like that. And they could go ahead and stuff these boxes, and then they could put the extras in the supply bins. I just still have to toy around with that. But the good news is it doesn't take any prep except for getting these boxes from Walmart for them to use. But I think a pencil box is on their supply list too. So I don't know. They're never big enough, and their stuff is overflowing because they get the fun gel pens in their stockings for Christmas or for back to school as personalized supplies, and then they can't fit it in their pencil box, and their pencil box is constantly overflowing. So that would fix that problem. I don't know. I'm still toying around with that idea. But the good news is for Meet the Teacher, if I wanted to do the supply bins, they're all right here. And so I would just set those out, and that would just be something I'd need to add to my slide, I guess. But that is it for planning for Meet the Teacher. I think I've like hit my max of things that I can do here today. So I might be going home, and then I will come back tomorrow to work on some things. I think I'm working on like first day of school plans tomorrow, and maybe some labeling my students' box files as well, which I talked about briefly in the first part, I think. I haven't even been here that long. Maybe like almost 2 hours. Which seems like a long time. And I feel like I haven't gotten that much done in 2 hours, but I have. We'll go check my planner and regroup.
And it's a slow burn, playing in your mind like a rerun. I've been trying to hide it, but I can't run from the way I feel when you're next to me.
Good morning. I am up in my car at school. It is the next day, so it's Wednesday this week. I made my coffee to go this morning because I was kind of dragging, getting ready to go. It's 9:30 and I had wanted to be here at 8:30, but it's totally fine. I had to get up and like get some things ready at the house and make the bed and do all those things and work on a little bit of scripting for some content. Sorry, I keep wiping my eyes. I'm like tired, if you can't tell. So I worked on all that stuff and got it together, and now I'm at school. I'm about to go in, but the reason I'm checking in here is because I'm bringing so much stuff in. Everything I bought at Walmart is in my trunk. And so I'm going to be taking all of that in, so my hands are going to be rather full. But once we get in, I'll set you guys up and we'll look at the list and look at all the things that we got from Walmart and figure out what we're going to do today. I'm probably going to stay until about 1 o'clock-ish, so I have a good few hours to get some work done. So let's go in. Coffee to go today. We're ready. Let's get this Wednesday started. Okay, you guys, I barely made it in one piece, but we did it. I don't know. Well, I guess it's not that bad, but I was like carrying so many bags on my arms, and then I had these monsters. And so I had all my bags on this arm, and I was carrying this like this and carrying the other one in my hand like this. So I kept having to set it down to unlock and open doors. So anyways, we made it in. Let me show you what I got from Walmart, and then maybe I'll start with like doing some of these things, or I have some content. I'll probably start with the content that I need to film because that's the most responsible thing, and it might take the longest. So I'll probably do that, and then I'll address the things that I got. But what I got, obviously you saw these. I ended up getting the supply bins. My team teacher, this is what they look like. The 6-quart Sterilite came in a pack of 10. It was $10.98. My team teacher was like, yes, I'm doing that again. I wanted the ones with the silver lids, and my Walmart only had white in store, although online it was like you could have picked silver or navy. But I was like, you know what? White is probably better because I used the silver one for my stem tubs, and so I don't want them to match my stem tubs. So now I'm debating and going back and forth, and you can give me your advice, but by the time this posts, I may have already made my decision. I don't know. This is so cute, and it would be so fun to do, well, this idea is cute, to do their Cricut name, like to Cricut their name across. Sorry, I'm like not making any sense. Their Cricut name, like they're an athlete or something. To use my Cricut to put their name across the top of their bin would be so cute. But then I'm thinking, practically speaking, number would be easier because you know, you like your class roll kind of does this at the beginning of the year, and so I wouldn't have their names like ready by the beginning of the year. But that doesn't necessarily matter, right? I could wait until like the first week and then come in and do it in an afternoon or something. I just think their names would be so cute and such a fun touch for them. That's a little bit more personal than numbers, because I use numbers in a lot of places like backpack hooks, our WOW work wall, our mailboxes, our numbers that we use to go to the library. Like I use numbers a lot, so I think it would be cute to put their names on it. So anyways, I did get those for supplies. I got the 3 folders. It took me forever to find the cheapies because there were a lot of like the 5-star brand, but I wanted the Pin and Gear paper folder without brads because that's what I had. So I got 3 more of them. They're like 10 cents, 15 cents or something. I ended up picking up these. I have some on my Amazon wish list, but like I really need erasers for my kids this year. Usually last year I had a parent donate some at the beginning of the year because it was on my like wish list that's posted on the school website. But I don't have like that specific need on my wish list anymore because I have plenty of expo markers and like boards and stuff. I just needed erasers because the erasers took a beating last year. So I got this. In the past, I've used the Dollar Tree Scrubbies as erasers because I would keep them at my table when we'd use boards here, but our kids have whiteboards at their desk, and so everybody needs an eraser, and this was only, if I remember correctly, it was like $6, and there's 30 of them in here, so I thought that was a really good deal, and it was a better deal than getting like the 2 packs of Scrubbies for $1.25 at the Dollar Tree, since it's the $1.25 tree now. Other things that I got, okay, so those folders will be ready to go. This I'll just put over by my expo stuff. All of this stuff is for birthday bags that I want to work on. So I got these, which were like 97 cents each, to put a little bit of that at the bottom of each of these. I got like the shimmery cellophane bags, and inside their birthday bags I got ring pops, so everybody gets a ring pop. I have these little stencil things. They're like tracing stencils. My kids love stencils, or at least last year they did. It was one of their favorite STEM bins. So I was like, well, if they don't like it, they could use it as a bookmark. If they do like it, awesome. It's just a bunch of like assorted stencils. So just something extra to throw in there. And there was something else. Oh, I brought it from Michael's. Let me grab it. Where did I put that? I had a Michael's $5 reward, and so I used it to buy this weekend. I was like, these are really fun with cute erasers. So I'll do one of these, a ring pop, and then I also have Poppets. And I just realized that if you're like one of my future students and you're watching this, sorry if I ruined your birthday bag, because I know some of my students from last year watch my videos. So oops, sorry, but it's fine. It's just a surprise, a little gift you'll get on your birthday. So I'm gonna work on, I might do all of those today if I have enough time. And then the only other thing I bought was a new Glade scent, Watermelon Hello, limited edition. So I'm gonna go plug that in because my little Glade scenty thing is unplugged. And I brought yesterday one thing that somebody sent me from Amazon. I got a new book. It's called The Name Jar, and this is from Charlene. And so thank you so much, Charlene, for sending this to me from my Amazon wish list. I can't wait. It's a great back to school book, so I'm going to read through it today. And on my list of things that I need to do today is like working on my first day plans, since yesterday I did orientation. So if I get to that, which it looks like I have a lot more prep stuff than I originally did with the folders and the birthday bags and things like that. But if I get to that, I will definitely be reading through that and incorporating that in my plans somehow. So now this is the mess that I'm left with after all the unboxing. Fox files are over there still, and there's stuff on my desk. So I am going to film my content for this brand video that I'm working on, and then, or this like educational company I'm working with. And then I'm going to sit down and add some things to my to-do list and figure out what to do next.
And that's how you throw it all away in a small town. Everybody's talking cause they know now. Everybody's talking cause they know now. And it's a slow burn, playing in your mind like a rerun. I've been trying to hide it but I can't run from the way I feel when you're next to me. See you anymore. And that's how you throw it all away in a small town. Everybody's talking cause they know now. Everybody's talking cause they know now. And it's a slow burn, playing in your mind like a rerun. I've been trying to hide it but I can't run from the way I feel when you're next to me. Everybody's talking cause they know now.
Okay, you guys, I'm so shocked that I finished them all, but this is the last birthday bag. Now, they're all right here in this bucket. And the problem I'm gonna have now is I usually keep all my birthday stuff in this cabinet right here. And this is what I keep it in. And so that's not gonna fit in here. This is like birthday stuff that I've done in the past. And I shared this in I think I shared it on my Instagram that I wanted to like make the birthday things in advance this year because birthdays are one thing that just stresses me out during the school year and I have no idea why. But like knowing that I have a student and it's their birthday and getting there and setting things out on their desk has always just stressed me out. And so I didn't want it to stress me out this year. So I was like, you know what? I'm going to take care of it and make all the goodie bags. So I'm really glad I did. I think I showed you everything that went in it, and they turned out really cute. So now I need to go through this bucket, and I have the stickers. So the good news is I can still do the stickers on their desk, and they can wear that all day so people know it's their birthday. And I still have plenty of these cards that I got like probably 2 years ago. And so I usually say like, happy birthday to so-and-so from Miss Allen. And so I'll put that with a sticker and a birthday goodie bag on their desk, and it'll be perfect. Other things that I have in here are my birthday headbands and the little signs that I use when I used to have a birthday wall in my classroom in Alabama, but I have not done that here. I don't know if I will this year, maybe next year. So I haven't gotten rid of the cards. Obviously, they're still sitting in this bucket. And so this has been like my birthday catch-all bucket. See, I'm glad I got new stuff because I only had 4 more birthday cake scented pencils, but those will be good for if I have extra students because I only made 20 bags. So anyways, and then this is where I keep the birthday things from my calendar. I'm about to sneeze. Ooh, okay. Ooh, bless me. I keep my birthday little squares from my calendar in there because then anything birthday is in this basket. So when I'm like, oh, I need to add a birthday to my calendar, I know exactly where to look and it doesn't get buried in my other calendar things. So all of that to say, I've got some organizing to do to figure out how I'm going to get all of that not to fit in here, but maybe organize this or maybe find a new bucket. I kind of have I don't know. I don't want to sacrifice one of those, but I totally could. It's just going to be too tall for that cabinet where I keep the birthday stuff, I'm pretty sure. So let me walk around and look and figure that out. All right, after some organizing, this is what we came down to. Here's like the spare pencils and Pop-Its for if I need to make another bag. The stickers, I went ahead and just paper clipped all my birthday display things. Here are my cards. Oops. I'm not giving these crowns to students like I did this last year because I didn't buy those. I just did the goodie bag. So I'm just going to set that there in case I need it for something because I don't want to get rid of them. So this is like nice and super duper organized and ready to go back on the shelf. I also started consolidating my trash in the Ring Pops bag, except for this. This is just gonna have to go in my cabinet somewhere. It's my like Valentine's headband, and I don't know why it was in the birthday bag anyways. This one did not have a chain for a keychain. I was one short, which is fine because I got these for Valentine's Day, so I've had them for a while. So I'm just gonna put it in my treasure box over there, and it just gets to be the random Pop-It in the treasure box because I have plenty of extras in there. So the next thing I gotta do is figure out where I'm gonna put all these and maybe another bucket to store it in because this one is still too big. All right, don't ask me how, but I fit them all in this little green bucket standing up. I think because it was like had more room to stand them up than, actually they probably would have fit better if I'd rearranged them in here, but this barely fits in here. So I was like, I need something shorter. So anyways, they're all in here. Once I have a few birthdays, it'll be able to breathe a little, but that will do. And I'm kind of thinking maybe I should move my birthday bucket over here next to it. So it's all in one cabinet, even though that bucket matches that one. I think I used to have a blue one that matched both of those. I have no idea where that went. Anyways, they're from like the dollar spot 6 years ago. All right, so that's what it looks like. I moved snacks up and now I have those right there. Woohoo! Okay, that's exciting. Okay, so I think that's where I'm going to leave off for today. It is 12:30, so it's a little bit later well, I don't know. When did I say I was going to leave? 1 noon? I don't even remember. So 12:30 is a good time. I got all the birthday bags done. I got the folders labeled, which is good. I went out to the office and now I have the papers to stuff the folders with, but I have to make some copies. And so I'm just going to do that tomorrow because I need to head home to eat lunch. So I'm going to close off this part of classroom setup here. Thank you guys so much for watching part 2. I'm going to try to make a part 3 because I got to do those orientation folders. It may be like gearing up for Meet the Teacher in the first days of school type of classroom setup. But I will try to film a part 3 for you guys. Make sure you give this video a thumbs up if you liked it and subscribe to my channel because there will be more content, whether it's part 3 or it's like a plan with me or something coming up soon. And as always, I will see you guys in the next one.